Magic 89.9. The voice of summer.
What happened to this whole scandal? I totally agree with you. People should go to jail for this. I think lines were crossed, and I think their license to be canceled and all that. But the priest or the bishop coming out to say something about it and associating it with someone's gender or someone's sexual orientation and blaming it on them. I do have respect for the Catholic Church. I did go to a Catholic school. I have the highest respect, yes, for the priests, for the nuns, and all those people who have commitments in their lives. But for one person in that congregation to come out and speak for the church in that manner,
The thing that bothers me, there's two things that bothers me. The people who have come out of the faith to speak against the victim of this, okay, they've done it, but nobody else has come up really to say, wait a second, what are you talking about? How can you possibly blame somebody who's unconscious when these terrible things happen to him?
Regardless, like whoever put it up is whatever.
Or how it got there.
That shouldn't matter. The fact of the matter is you're a doctor. You should not be videotaping this and spraying this contents around the room.
You should respect your patients, my goodness.
I think a lot of people feel this way because, I really wanted to bring that to the whole part about your polls on the blog, because here you have a poll saying, should the Vicente Soto MMC pay damages to their victim, this guy that was videotaped? And on the poll, you have the options are no way, it's his fault. Let's wait and see. Number 3 is he's 100%. He 100% should get paid damages. And then the last one is I can't say the words, but it's
yes, of course.
Yes, of course. With
he should get millions.
So
and apparently you got 61%.
61% say heck yeah, he should get paid.
And then he should get paid 100%. 36.
You know why, you guys? Because I asked my readers, what if this was your son? What if this was your daughter who was being tampered with while she was unconscious in an operating table? There was 10 people in that room, not 1 or 2, you guys. 10 people who were cheering and clapping on. And you know what? Quite frankly, it reminds me of the Jodie Foster scene in The Accused when she's being assaulted on the pinball machine, and the whole
oh my God, I remember that movie.
You know, this is the thing. What's the difference between what happened to her in that movie and what happened to this poor guy when he was in hospital? Needing help, needing assistance. What's the difference? There is no difference. Therefore, anyone who is against my post, anyone who thinks that I don't have a right to comment on this social issue, being a gay man, but being an international citizen, I care passionately about issues in most countries, and I stated very clearly on my blog, point for point, so nobody can dispute my passion for this issue. It's wrong. It is trying to be swept under the table. I do want this man to get money for what happened to him. In any other country in the world, these people would already be in prison.
Yes, true.
When that doctor pulled up a spray can and took the lid off, pulled the spray can out of that man's ass, took the lid off, and sprayed the contents around the room, he not only infected that entire room with germs, that man was still exposed.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is it's layer upon layer upon layer of behavior that needs to be addressed. And for the Philippines Medical Association to come out and lambaste me for bringing international attention, well, you know what? I have one thing to say to them. You should be focusing on the rules within your hospitals that allow this type of collective animalistic behavior to take place.
This is what I like about Brian. He's so passionate.
Well, hey, look, if I come to the Philippines, do you think I want to go to that hospital if something ever happened to me?
Probably not.
Do you think after watching that video that I ever want to go to a hospital in the Philippines? I mean, you have to be mad.
Yeah,
angry, furious at that.
The thing is, in order to affect change for the good or for the worse or whatever, it's going to ruffle people's feathers. And I know this is a change for the good.
I'm very passionate, you guys. You know why? Because we have issues in this country as well, and I've fought passionately over the last 20 years in Australia. But you know what? Some people can't seem to understand this. That my passions are with the Philippines. My best friend is Filipino. She's going to move back there in 4 years. I plan on living in the Philippines again one day. My whole life revolves around the Philippines. My blog is about the Philippines. People have to understand that I am going to write about anything I want to write about on my blog.
Yeah,
I'm going to mention names. I'm going to do research. So my haters out there, they have to get used to this blog.
Well, on this blog, there are other polls here, like, is the Philippines government corrupt?
That's a great one.
If your lover scammed your entire life savings, what would you do?
That's my favorite.
I hope Brian voted on that poll. But people do check out the blog. It's not just about, all of these, like,
high society
chismes or gossips. It's also having to deal with
social awareness
and issues that need to be changed. And, to affect
here in the Philippines.
There's going to be people's feathers ruffled, but, at least there are people that are strong enough to speak out and say that.
People's feathers are ruffled, Mojo, because I'm not a journalist. I don't write like a journalist. I write from the heart. So that's why a lot of people identify with my blog, because I'm not writing like a journalist. I'm giving them the information from the grassroots level up.
Well, I think it's a different form of journalism. The whole landscape of media is changing, especially with the internet here. Imagine whatever happened to Grace and I over the weekend. You knew about it in a few moments, and we didn't even we didn't even tell you about it.
Well, I've received almost 25,000 emails since I started my blog.
You even know what I ate for dinner on Saturday night. And
I not only know what you ate for dinner. But I know that you ate the entire portion.
I ate a whole slab of baby back ribs. Yeah, that's so much of my diet. It's out the door. But Brian, we have to get to a break right now. But as always, it's a pleasure talking with you. But if anybody has anything they want to say, speak up against Brian or share your views. The show is always open. Mo Twister will be back next week, so you'll be able to talk to your cutie pie friend.
Yeah, no, I'm loving the fact that he's been to Africa. I've asked him to bring me back a zebra pelt.
Oh my! Any last words before we get back to the music?
Well, I just wanted to tell everyone that thank you again for supporting my blog this week. It was the hardest week for me on the blog emotionally because of the content of the blog. This week I'm going to have more interesting posts. I've just put one up, and I have another one coming up after lunch, and I'll see you all next Wednesday. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity again to come on the radio and speak to Filipino people.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Thank you again. I want to say thank you to the whole management here at the radio station for actually, putting their necks on the line and
because there's been a lot of pressure. There's been a lot of pressure and threats.
Look, I've written Quest. I've said to them personally, I'm sorry that I've caused problems for your station.
No, you shouldn't be sorry. You shouldn't be.
Mo Twister also knows, and you all know that I've apologized if I bring any negativity towards the station. But the fact of the matter is you guys are doing your job. We're talking about things that are prevalent in Philippine society today, and my blog just happens to be one of them. So legitimately, it should be on the radio, and I should have an opportunity to talk about what so many people are talking about.
Okay, well, Brian, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again next week.
And, thank you, Brian.
Thanks, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Brian. You take care.
Guys.
This next song is going out to you, Baboosh. It's
Baboosh.
Yeah, a lot of people like this song.
Hey, I want to say hi to my mother, and because she's taping this on satellite. I want to say hi to another friend of mine, Sue, who did some wonderful T-shirts and sold them, and all the money went to charity, which we're going to announce in the next couple of days. And my friend Paolo as well, who's done some wonderful artwork for my blog, and everyone's commented on it, and I'm just thrilled that so many people have taken my blog to heart, and they're helping with contributions.
Well, thank you so much. You take care always, okay? And we'll talk to you next week. And I might just personally call you as well.